Alright guys, today's Wednesday, October 15th. It's 11:18 p.m. It's been a super long day, but finally I got a chance to do this. It's day 7 on the account. I've not missed any days. I'm keeping it transparent. Friday, which was day 6, the video before this, I obviously took the loss, and then it was Saturday, Sunday, market closed. Monday was a bank holiday, and then yesterday I did not trade. I was super busy with school and football. I had midterms and stuff. So I just decided that there was absolutely zero reason for me to be trying to force a trade during any quick windows that I had. And so I just took the day off. I just took a day to step away and, get ready for today and have a good day. And today ended up being a great day. I also realized that in the previous videos, I've been forgetting to mention my P&L. So today I went up $230. This was really good because it cut my loss from Friday, cut like very well. I was going to say like it cut it in half or it cut it down completely, but whatever 230 is of 360, it did more than cut it in half. So it was a really good day. I did take a loss, and then I had a win too, and that win covered the loss plus more. So we'll get right into it. Here was the start. The market opened right here as usual, 9:30, and then 9:50 macro. So going into the market open today, we had put in this SMT, so ES was above this line, and as you can see, we had created all of this sell side liquidity in the overnight session. So I was pretty bearish going into today. I wanted to see price sell off. Going into the market open right here, we had a 5-minute break, and I'll go show that in a second, but as you can see, price was starting to roll over. So I was looking for shorts. Right after we had this 5-minute break, you can see that price started to sell off, and we had actually gotten our rebounds right here in this candle. So I went to the 1 minute and I was ready for shorts. I wanted to see a 1 minute break, and we got that. I entered in, and unfortunately, it tried real hard to get down here and it just could not quite get down there. We ended up wanting to take one last push, get above this high, and then form some other structure, and I'll get into that in 1 second. But to journal this trade, I handled it very well. This was a $270 loss. I liked the risk that I had on it. I liked how I managed my position. I wasn't freaking out during any of this. Back and forth, I was calm, collected. It was what it was. Price finally started to sell off, and I thought that was the push that it was finally going to take to get lower, because at this time, ES was finally starting to possibly catch up a little bit bearish, and we had even on ES put in a higher high right here, putting in an S&T, so it looked like it was pretty good. It looked like it was time to go. Unfortunately, price got bought up. It's fine. That is obviously what happens. Losses happen. You have to be able to move on from that and either step away or seek new opportunity. So I was completely okay with this. It was fine. Price got bought up. I didn't chase any longs, even though longs did look good around here. That wasn't what I was looking for. I wanted to see if price was going to give us an opportunity to go short because of my bias of all of this low resistance liquidity that we created overnight, all of this sell side liquidity. So as price got bought up, like I said, ES was much more bullish at the time. As we got up to here and I noticed price start to slow down, I noticed that ES had started to become the weaker index. We put in that bearish SMT, and we got a 5-minute break of structure. We got a 1 minute break of structure. I was ready to go. So as soon as that SMT was clear, we got a 1 minute break. At this time, I had known that this 1 minute break was going to lead price to get down to this 5-minute level, and I was expecting this to convert into a 5-minute break of structure. So I was able to save a couple bucks on my early entry. Yes, that was possibly putting on more risk, but that was risk that I was willing to take on. And as you can see, price ended up rotating great to the downside. This was a huge trade. This was a 471, so I made back everything that I lost on the previous trade on NQ plus more. And the last point that I want to make about this trade was right here on this trade, I did my full risk. I like to risk anywhere from like 200 to 250. This one played out a little bit more expensive. Like I said, it was a $270 loss. But here, after the loss, I didn't go into this trade with full size because one, I was coming off of the loss from Friday, which was a huge loss, which was 360 because my account was at all-time highs, so I was willing to risk a little bit more. But this 270 loss was pretty big. So going into this trade, I knew that I had to size down. And this is important because this is something that is very, very important for me to realize has helped me grow during these past few months. I only risked about $95 to $100 on this trade, and I was able to make $500. That completely covered the loss plus more, and I'm almost covering the full loss from Friday. I'm in a great position now because I was able to emotionally handle myself and come attack this trade with just a little bit less size, which would have also put me in a good position if it were to lose. So this is just really important. This is such good stuff to take note of as of where I'm at in my journey. And also, with this being such an amazing trade, this was all I was willing to grab on the Top Step. This is what I wanted for this account. But on my live account, I was also able to take the same entry and hold a position all the way down to the bottom. So this was a really good trade. This was a great day. But this was the important thing, was right here, man. This was me sticking to my system. This was me doing completely what I continue to say that I will do. And I'm very glad that I was able to handle, the loss from Friday, the long weekend, the bank holiday, the missed day, the loss to start off this morning, and then come in here and nail a good trade, step away today green, and what more can I ask for than that? It was a great day. The system is continuing to work, and it's so, so, so important to stick to the system. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.